So I'm here today with David Belden, who is the Best Practice Chair for DC and Baltimore for Vistage International. And we're going to talk about issue processing. So David, issue processing is a pretty important part of the Vistage experience.
Absolutely.
Maybe you can tell us what it is.
One of the things that we do as CEOs, I'm a former CEO myself and former Vistage member, one of the things we do as CEOs is make decisions constantly. And we make a lot of decisions every day. And very often we don't think them through. The issue processing in Vistage has a totally different style where we spend a lot of time asking questions before we provide solutions. So typically a person would submit an issue and give us some background and some idea of where they think they're going with the issue and what they're going to do about it. And then we just ask questions without solving the problem. And then finally, after a series of questions have been asked, we actually stop, reframe the issue. Are you sure this is the issue that you need answered, or is there a deeper issue? Very often we talk about symptoms rather than the underlying cause of an issue.
David, why do you think this is so effective?
It's so effective because it gives us time to pause. We very seldom have time to reflect on what the real issue is, so we spend all of our time dealing with symptoms. And the Vistage issue processing that we've studied for over 50 years now gives us an opportunity to think, to slow down, to reflect, and then when we ask our peers to tell us what they think we should do, all we do as the questioner is listen. We practice linguistic asceticism.
I see.
We don't get to answer, we just listen.
And there's value in getting feedback from people who are outside of your company.
Powerful feedback. A group of 16 Vistage members will give you 16 points of view and about 400 years of experience.
What type of issues would CEOs bring to a group?
Issues are sometimes challenges that we're facing, problems that we have in our companies, and sometimes opportunities that we want to fully exploit. New lines of business, new opportunities, purchase, merger, acquisition, something like that. So what we're looking for is to make sure that the issue that is presented is truly the deepest issue and not just a surface issue. So when people ask about, start complaining, for example, about an employee, then we have to question whether or not we have actually given the employee all of the opportunities to improve, if we have set clear expectations, if we have prepared that employee for success. If not, then maybe that's the action we need to take. If we have done all of that and it's still not working out, then sometimes we have to take that final option of letting the person go.
Great. Well, David, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.